aha turi nyine nk'uko nigeze kubivugaho gato hari abantu bagomba kuza bakajya muri leta y'ubumwe yavuye muri masezerano yarusha impande zombi cyangwa zitandukanye nyinshi kujya hamwe bagashyiraho leta noneho iziba icyuho ku buryo tuzageraho amatora azaba ibyo ntibyaba rero ariko bijya gupfa abantu bamwe aba RPF bari bageze hano mu mujyi bari hano muri ahangaha turi muri iyi nyubako. Iyi nyubako twari turi niho abantu bacu bari kandi yari nka inyubako y'inteko ishinga amategeko niyo bari baduhaye ariko habanje kubaho impaka ndende bashaka kugira ngo abantu bacu baze hano ngo barindwe na icyo gihe ngira ngo yari yitwaga MINUAR ingabo za Loni. Turavuga tuti ingabo za Loni ntabwo twanze ko zigira uruhare rwabo ariko byaba byiza ko twakwirinda ubwacu natwe tukongeraho ku mbaraga za Loni. Nibwo haje rero abasirikare barinda abo bantu bacu. Hanyuma ho iby'amasezerano bipfire leta itakigiyeho biturutse ku ngoma yariho icyo gihe leta Habyarimana n'abandi bari bafatanije. Hanyuma ibyabaye havuyemo intambara aba rero n'abari bari hano baje baherekeje abagomba kujya muri leta icyo gihe nibo barwanya intambara nyinshi hano zo kurinda abo bantu bacu ariko no kurinda n'abandi bahungiraga hano icyo gihe. Hanyuma hagiye hashamikiraho n'ibindi bitero byagiye bijya ahandi gukiza abantu cyangwa kurwana n'interahamwe n'abasirikare babicanye icyo gihe.
Many thanks. My name is Clement Ulinjimana. I work with Reuters. Mr. President, recently the Congolese president said he wants to eliminate all rebel groups in Congo, and he said he'd call for neighbors to help with Rwanda help. And Mr. President, it's a quarter of a century when you liberated this country. People still love you, but 25 years, don't we ever think of maybe sometime to say, no, let me leave it to others? When is that time? Thank you.
For the part of Congo and what the president of Congo said, President Felix Tshisekedi, we will rejoin yesterday. So we have we've been waiting. And I am glad that we have a person there saying he wants to work with the neighbors to get rid of this problem, because this problem has been there for too long. And it affects Congo, it affects the neighbors, it affects all of us. So there is no point in sitting with that problem or allowing that problem to stand in the way of the progress we should be making. So I'm happy really that that is the way the president of Congo is going, and that's what he's thinking about. On the other part, I didn't get the question very well. He said, leaving something to somebody else? Sorry?
Leaving the office to someone else.
Yeah, there are many who want it. So they have got to work hard to get it. And for me, there are two things. There is my personal choice or decision to make. But that is not going to be the only thing people will consider or that I have to bear in mind. The other is also what the system that we operate in, of course, a system of people, the people having to decide. You know, sometimes it has become difficult it even becomes a sort of monotony, or another time people looking for excuses when they say, oh, the people. Even when you do your own thing, you still claim you are doing it for the people, or that the people have asked you this, when actually you are the one asking them this. It happens. But I want to say it doesn't happen to everyone or in every case. So that means the situation will have to explain it, like in our case. So my personal view, maybe you were here or you followed what happened this last time. Actually, my view was not to continue. Again, for those who wish to be honest, it's an open secret. Whether it was in my party, which I interacted with and told them my view of what should happen next. Their view was completely on one side, my view was on the other side. So we reconciled that, and I agreed to listen to them. And I even said, but keep thinking about things differently. Next time, don't come up with the same argument. Maybe try to be, I have said this. So my position is, so then what you've said, therefore, is, I think, can be explained just in that context. But also don't forget that even if one may say, because I have even told the people, I have seen a book, there's a book, it's something accidental president or something. He's accidental president as well. So I think I might be fitting into that. I might be one of those. But when I am there, and by the way, being accidental president, if I may repeat that or use that, does not mean that I wasn't something else. I was, before that, before I became president, I was a person who fought, you know, and I mean fought. It's not the fighting I'm talking about is the real fight. You don't know there has many versions, but I did the real one, where every day you are not sure of surviving to the next day. So it is that. So if you ever think, if anybody ever thinks that you go into that situation just as an adventure or as a hobby or something, then you are terribly mistaken. It means I also have a sense of responsibility to what I'm doing, of the outcomes, and how I associate with all that. So I wasn't this as just an adventure, my brother. And then you can say, yes, prove it is. I don't think when we were discussing, we were talking about a situation where we've been doing so badly in rebuilding the country, in representing these values that everyone talks about. In now, these are all kinds of different fights that we can talk about, different from the other one. And we do it with a sense of that responsibility, and with a sense that we are not the only ones who can do it. Just going back to the same story, the accidental president, in the fight I could have lost life like many others lost their lives. I wasn't even fighting to be president, not at all. In fact, if the story had been that of fighting to be president, I wouldn't have participated. Yes, my story was about fighting to have a country that I didn't have, to contribute with others to making the change that needed to happen in our country. So if you want to be president, get ready. Next time, be prepared to participate. But you have to fight for it.